Didn't see you there. Welcome back to another rousing rendition of Shart Party. Sharing art and the love of art together. Today we will be looking at some more of the world's most famous paintings throughout history, learning some about the historical significance of art, and occasionally having a laugh at an ugly broad or two. First up today, The Creation of Adam by Michelangelo, or Da Vinci or something, one of the Ninja Turtle guys. One of many parts that grace the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in Vatican City. Early scholars believe this to be a depiction of God beating Adam at the first ever game of rock, paper, scissors. Later scholarly debate has shifted somewhat, and most art historians after the 19th century believe it to actually be a detailed rendering of Adam showing God that if you rub your feet on a carpet, you can give someone a little shock. Moving on. View of Toledo by El Greco. El Greco, Spanish for the Greek, was a prolific artist in his time. But this is one of just 2 paintings of his known to have survived to this day. Some might chalk this up to the inherent irresponsibility that comes along with being just another hairy, sweaty yogurt slinger, but the tragedy of his Greek heritage aside, this painting remains famous despite his inferior nationality. And if you think that's offensive, just remember that Greeks are technically still white people. This painting is most famous for its depiction of the ominous stormy sky that contrasts strongly with the bright verdant landscape and gorgeous cityscape below. This contrast is particularly sharp because, as anyone who has ever been to Ohio will tell you, Toledo is, in actuality, a real shithole. And for our next painting today, the 3rd of May, 1808, by Francisco Goya. Here we see a dramatic depiction of Napoleon's soldiers slaughtering Spanish civilians during the Peninsular War, merely for having attempted to teach the French soldiers how to dance the YMCA. Now, Edward Munch's The Scream. Munch's use of colour and impressionist style and shapes showcase his mastery of capturing the existential horror and pain felt by man. Specifically, this man placing aftershave on his face for the first time after mistakenly believing he wished his family to disappear when they really just forgot about him at home before flying to France. Sadly, the remainder of this series of paintings has been lost to time, but experts believe it would have shown the subject seen here outsmarting the wet bandits, gaining a new appreciation for family, and learning the true meaning of Christmas. The visionary painter's lost collection was most famously adapted into the classic 1990 family romp, Die Hard 2. Well, that's all the time we have for you today. Next time on Shart Party, we'll go through some of my own personal favourite paintings from throughout history. But we'll have to save that shot for another time. 7 fucking years getting a degree in communications from ASU just to do a local news segment.